Hello everyone, welcome to Conscious Quilting. Today we're going to be looking at 5 ways to do ribbon candy, as well as how to turn a corner in a border with it. Let's get cracking. So we're going to start here with basic ribbon candy, which is a simple figure 8 motion, except we're not closing the circuit. We're going back and forth with our figure 8 movement, but we're moving down just a little bit each time. Each successive loop is dropped just a little bit below, so that instead of crossing the previous line, we're moving next to it and creating the next loop, as you can see here. And that is basic ribbon candy. We're going to turn this now, and I'm going to show you how with a simple echo you can zhuzh it up and make it into kind of a double ribbon candy or a twisting ribbon. I am echoing the inside curve of each loop and trying to very smoothly move along that line so that it tapers together. So you have a part of the line where it's just a straight line and then a part where it's echoed. That adds a tremendous amount of dimension. Next up, we're going to add just a little curl, a scroll, to the ribbon candy. Much like the scrolling feather, it just adds just a little bit of panache to it. One of the things I like about doing it this way is that it's okay if it winds up being like a little off center. It actually winds up working a little better if you don't center it, I think, as far as moving it down the row. And we're able to then just slowly but steadily fill the space with the ribbon candy, adding that little curl and backtracking, and then bringing it around to start the next one. And as we go along, we're filling the space very quickly and making it just a little more visually interesting. But that little off-centeredness that you see there, I really like that personally. Certainly we could try to make it perfectly centered, but I think that that's just stress that nobody needs in their lives. So do what feels comfortable, do what feels right, and just kind of let it flow. You'll find that these will change and morph with practice, and even within the same round of practice, you'll find that it comes out in different ways. Now we're getting real fancy. So this time, with our curl, we're going to give it a little tail and turn it into more of a hook and echo back and bring it around. So there's the curl, a tail, echo, bring it up and around. Curl, tail, echo, and up and over. This really transforms the ribbon candy from something basic to something quite a bit fancier. It's a little more intermediate, but it actually comes pretty easily with practice. The tricky part is keeping all of your curls relatively even in size, I found. Some of mine really went larger and smaller as I went along, but that's okay. You know, it works out. And I love watching this. It came together really, really nicely. The little tail, the little echo, and we come back around, and we're rocking and rolling. Next up, we're doing flip-flop candy. And what we're doing here, we've subdivided the row into even squares. And we're working on the diagonal. We're going from corner to corner with our basic ribbon candy. We've just turned it at a 45-degree angle. Then we're going to turn the fabric and start from this corner. And we're mirror imaging as well as we're able to fill that space and working our way around and filling it, and we're just going to keep turning back and forth. This adds a really interesting, fun texture. And here's the next one. And again, we're just working our way back and forth, starting in the corner. The challenge on this is we're getting larger and smaller as we go along, but that's okay. It's good practice. We'll work our way around. And the last one. We're working our way from that corner. And filling up our little square. This goes pretty fast and it's fun and easy to do. Now we get to our borders. A lot of people have trouble with this, turning the corner on a border when you're quilting. Here you can see I've already started my side and I'm approaching my corner. And I have marked the 45-degree angle in my corner, right there. And that is creating the space I want to work this into. And I'm going to start turning it slightly, changing the angle, and making it successively smaller to fit into the space. And I'm going to do the reverse on the next side. So I'm just squiggling that down really tight. I'm going to turn the fabric, and I'm going to do the same thing, except this time I'm starting small and going big. So the two sides will mirror each other and come together. You'll get a lovely kind of lace effect from that. And we're going to work our way around. Now on this part right here, we got to go a little bigger. And then we can start to even it out. See that? That helps us to kind of close the gap between the angled ribbon candy and then the straight ribbon candy. And we're working our way down and filling the space. We're actually going to go ahead and show that join a couple of times here just so you get it. Working our way down the side and rapidly approaching our next corner. And again, I just took a ruler and a fabric marker, chalk marker, and gave myself that 45-degree angle to work with. Here I'm turning. And we get in here, work it real small, and we're going to work from small to large again. Again, we start on the angle. We're going to work our way around to straighten it out. This part's going to be a little bigger. See that? And then we can even it out. And even if it's a little off, it's going to work itself out really smoothly when it's all done and you look at it. It'll be fine. We'll keep progressing down the row here. We're coming up to the join from where I started. And just working our way around. And then we'll start filling in that smaller space created by that 45-degree angle. We're meeting up and creating that mirror image effect. And that's it. And those are our ribbon candies. They're really fun to do and a great way to fill the space. So I really hope that you enjoy working with them, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much I really appreciate all of you. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.